Hey everyone, welcome back to more Pokemon Conquest Ultimate with Hideyoshi story. Last episode we finally were able to manage to be able to take some stuff back and actually be able to somewhat well defend against Masamune's army. And today I think it's finally time to start pushing them. So the idea is, if we can take two of their territories and they can only take one of ours, then we should be in a better spot, right? If we can just push them back, because at the moment we're sort of stuck, because we realistically can't defend 3 forts at once. So I've decided to split these two teams up, and this team is going to try to take Yaksha, with this team trying to take Crackspur. Probably lose Illusio the turn afterwards, but it's the hope that we can, I guess, push them back to these 4 places, and we'll look further after that. The hope is a bit that if we can push into Crackspur and push into Yaksha, that we can eventually get them stuck to these 4 places, and that we then can slowly amass a better army than they have. That's at least the hope. But today we're actually going to get some action in, as this team is going to battle them, and then hopefully next turn we can pry on some of their weaker defended nations. But if we can push them to a point where they don't attack us, we can slowly start getting stronger than they are, right? That's the hope. Until we can push them to just a single nation, and then we'll have to just defend that, and in the background get our guys stronger, then we can do perfect linking and all that. But I've formulated 2 teams to hopefully take those 2 spots. Their main threats here are Ceruledge and Vaporeon. The other ones are a decent bit weaker, 45, 49, 53, 43, 43. With our guys being 53, 69, 51, 65, 56, and 50. Of course, this could very much depend on how well we get our guys up against theirs. But the main threats here are Vaporeon and Ceruledge. Because defending an area is definitely easier than taking it, because it's just survive set turns against them. But yeah, their main scary opponent is Vaporeon, I'd say. But we do have Torterra, who has in the past done a crap ton of damage to them. But it is Ceruledge and Vaporeon who is the main threats here. So let's just make sure that we're not in their range. Bitterblade really isn't that strong, I guess. Move you back 1. Get you over here. For now, things can stand like this. But the main thing is just that we need to get Torterra to Vaporeon and Ceruledge to whatchamacallit, Typhlosion. Yeah, alright, this isn't a big deal. Okay, this kind of sucked, but doesn't do a crap ton of damage, so at the end of the day it's kind of fine. Okay, I didn't realize he could hit us there. That's a bit of a mistake, unfortunately. You going away kinda sucks. Not gonna lie. but you know, let's just do some obvious things like this to get rid of Toxic Croak immediately. Cut you up. This isn't bad, but then what do we do with you? Let's just get you out of there for a second. We don't want Torterra to get hit by that bitter blade. That could be bad. Doing this does a little too little for my liking. 43. I'm hoping we burn you. Burn the different one, but Galate's over here now. Get you over there. Cerulege is probably the biggest worry now. Alright, that's honestly fine if... okay, he decides to go with Tyranitar first. That's really good for us. Tyranitar hits you for a decent bit of damage and does that, unfortunately. This I sort of suspected. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage, though. You're stuck there. Ooh, this is a decent amount of damage. This almost feels worth to do. Let's just do this. Unfortunately, we missed a crucial opponent. You know, if Torterra finishes off Borean and... $25. Let's see how this goes. That Bitter Blade really isn't going to do a whole lot to... at least... to Samurott. So Samurott... or you do that. You do burn... Let's try this again. That time we hit. We burn you, that's good. We have a burn heal. Nice. Alright, I think we've got this. At this point, we have got this. Alright, nice. I'll place you here, why not? So he might kill Torterra, but we'll get him with basically the rest, the ID. Although that does give him some life back. Okay, unfortunate. Keep going with this. This is good though. Like, this will get him eventually. We might even get him here, although we are burned with you. Yeah, we would have been able to finish it off if we didn't take away Typhlosion. You just go away at this point, Gallade. You've done your deed. Yeah, I think we should get it regardless now. Either by the Ceaseless Edge or by Typhlosion here. Yes. Alright, we take Yaksha, nice. Which gives 2.76 to you. About 2 to about everyone who is not already around that level. I think Typhlosion's maxed out. Which could be bad. So they're all going back to like Draxnor and Nixtra. What is this feeling of power? Ooh, this will allow Typhlosion to go at least 5 percentages further, maybe even more. It'd be real nice if he just had 100% with Typhlosion, but I don't think he has. I feel a new strength within me. This team will, however, have a real rough time with any of the dragons. Let's see, his percentages now, yeah, 75. So, next up, it's this team from Illusio that's going to take on Crackspur. See, they have roads right here, so they can activate this boulder. This boulder cannot be activated, and over here we've got those two. Get you over here, and for you, they could technically hit that. So we'll wait a turn, I guess. Dragonite really is the main threat here, but he is a big threat, regardless. Decide not to go after the boulder. 44 a pop. If we hit this, then I think Arcanine's immediately finished. Yeah. We'll wait one turn with these two, just in case. Oh, Garganacle's in the range, damn it. It's 91 damage, but not actually that insanely much. think these two just... Are these two gonna literally just line up to die? 32 and that's annoying though. Admittedly, I don't feel like I'm hugely reliable on Reshiram here. But these two have lined themselves up pretty nicely to die. Alright, he immediately loses the effect on that. So I think we can just one-shot both of these if they don't have Sturdy for Aggron. Oh, it doesn't even matter. 2 for 1. Nice, that's good. If this hit, that'd be nice. Let's see what you can do. Ooh. And that Dragonite gone perfect. Wow, this ran very well as well. Not gonna do that. Don't see the point for now. That's just about taking out this Farigiraf, but the Farigiraf is not particularly high link, I think. 44, yeah, we'll be able to manage that, what we've got here. This thing has Lullaby, really? Kinda figured we'd miss. You don't do enough. Well, let's get Excadrill out of there though, before we do that. It is what it is. I prefer not to hit her, but let's get rid of Roserade. Let's get the rest of the team over here to this Farigiraf and just finish this off. 2 battles that went surprisingly well. But also I built these teams to particularly pick off the advantages we have over them. The type advantages. I'll watch him get another boost. That'd be kind of ridiculous though. Especially considering that they have plenty of enemies that have way higher percentages than us, or link percentages. Yeah, this doesn't hit, but yeah, why not? Let's just do this for sure. Just slowly take care of Farigiraf here. I don't think we actually may have had Cracksper at some point, but we're actually looking like we can make somewhat progression, you know? Even if it's just like a tiny bit. Okay, let's just finish this things off. Good. And with that, we have gotten Cracksper. So yeah, 2 victories have been claimed here. Let's see how they're positioned at this point. Because obviously Avia is still well strengthened, especially with Salamence, yeah, there. These guys are actually really weak. Yeah, and this is where they basically put most of them. Let's see, dude. I think we've got them to the brink, yeah. Of course, they'll probably take over Illusio, which we're gonna try and just put in our strongest guys while we can, right? Like, for real quickly, we're just gonna put our, like, strongest, I guess, 6 guys we can find and put them over there. Although I am expecting them to try and take over Illusio. For the rest, I'm gonna go over here to Violite. And I guess quickly just do some stuff with Rhyperior. Because we can, honestly. Just because we can. And Rhyperior still, I think, has a long way to go before he's got those levels. For the Link, he's 50 is actually not bad. Probably would have been a good choice to bring. But let's just quickly do this. Just get this over with. 27 actually isn't that much, unfortunately. The other 2 will just wait. We have Rally. Lucio is not impossible to survive for, I think, the 20 turns it asks. I'm going to have to use several turns just to get rid of this thing, which is annoying. Okay, that's a good critical hit. Those who just chill around there, and then hopefully, once this thing is done, which, once again, dodged, you can start going after those 2, and, I don't know, get like 2 or 3%. Better than nothing. Don't do this to me. Thank God. Alright, we get 3%. That's not bad. It's honestly not bad. After that, just train some of these guys up to whatever we can. What if we... Charizard can almost single-handedly handle this. We just have to have someone for Starmie. So we'll send you 2 out there. I'll actually use Magna Bomb. And not an electric type move. God damn it. Okay, you're doing very little damage there. What? That makes really no sense, does it? Does it make sense that Magneton or Magnezone does some little damage? Like, why? But then does 51 damage to, you know, that one? Ooh, okay, only 20 to that one. Alright, let's hope for there's like a burn or something like that on you, and then we'll do that to you guys. Interference, not really a Starmie ability, really. But not one I'd associate with Starmie. Use Super Potion, I think I will use it just to give us more shot of winning here, and then we miss because of interference. Should get him eventually. Great, move one space. Man, the bomb hits no matter what. That at least got Charizard a +3 and Magnezone a +3, so it's something. But just put a couple guys like this Orbeetle and this Yanmaga who have high thingies over there, just so that we have something to protect for just in case that they do break into Illusion. They really have some things there to defend it. Although I highly doubt that they'll go after that. If they do end up finishing off Illusion, I can split these guys into both Terrara and Cresselia if necessary. So let's see. I'm assuming they're gonna go after something. They're gonna try something, right? Like they have to. They didn't. Wow. They didn't attack us at all. They have split up their units now in a more fashion of getting their strongest guys at the 2 spots. Yeah, everyone else here is significantly weaker. Fortunately, none of the things have appeared here. Although we can go now to like Crackspur and like potentially get some rock opponents. And if we go over here, I don't know if we've done this yet. Nope. Floating Stone then unlocks 2, which doesn't house any trainers yet, but I think the goal is clear next. So we want to go after, of course, Viperia and Avia next turn, but like then we can pretty well protect our 2 castles or kingdoms. They split it up a little differently this time around. Honestly, like, they've really got mostly 5 or 6 guys to really be careful about, although Kai is no slouch either. But like between these two, we do have to think about where to put Frostlass. Like I'm pretty sure you use that. Tropius uses flying moves. Tropius is decent. I don't know why Yoshi Taro has a 99 link with Vaporeon though. That just kind of feels off. In general, it's just it's kind of unfortunate that like they've got at least I think 4 guys that can go up to like 99. Actually, I think it's 2 or 3. I think it's the Salamence, the Vaporeon, and the Dragonite. For the rest, there's no one super strong here. Just like somewhat decent. But it's those 3 that we do have to worry about, because after an eventual amount of time, they will, of course, like they're gonna go over that 70 cap pretty quickly. And while that wouldn't be an issue if I decide to just completely finish the map off, that will be an issue if we decide to go for some perfect links, and it makes general sense to go and get all of the perfect links, at least for the for all of the warlords. But we'll have to decide who we'd rather have go here. I mean, I think we want to probably set like Reshiram over here, because Reshiram just torches 2 of his free, so to speak, really strong guys. Although, how strong really is Wormadam? Wormadam is an issue. 187 defense. It's got more defense than, for instance, Dragonite. But, this has been a successful episode. Obviously, I think in the next episode we just go for Viperia and Avia, and we'll see if we can push them back to this little square of 4. We only will have to get up to we only will have to defend these 2, and then we can, I don't know, kind of take a look at who we can get maybe to like 100. Also, like, we'll maybe go into Crackspur, try and recruit rock type guys, because rock is probably gonna be a really important typing, because the like the main 3 we're gonna have to really deal with in the future are you know, Salamence, Vaporeon, and Dragonite. So that is what we're gonna have to probably prepare for mostly. But yeah, with that, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.